18 WJTS Sports presents the Jasper Wildcats versus the Evansville Memorial Tigers. This game is brought to you by
Carpet Warehouse, DuBois County Tire and Supply, Ubilar & Sons, Big O Tires.
Now let's go down to the court.
Well, welcome to Wrights Memorial High School. Tonight the Jasper Wildcats are on the road for their first Southern Indiana Athletic Conference basketball game in the 2021 season. The Jasper Wildcats coming to this ball game 0-2 against Evansville Memorial, who is 2-1. Hello everybody, I'm Craig Schneider along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Markos on the video. And Jason, we're taking on a Memorial team right now that's, like I said, 2-1 on the season. They've knocked off Mount Vernon 53-49, Terre Haute South 48-43, and then lost by 10 to Heritage Hills 66-56. But, you know, it's a team that's not really big on size and all that, and their scores led by Nico Bordfeld, who's averaging 13 points a game, and then also Connor Agler averages 13 points a game. However, he had 22 in that game against Heritage Hills, and so it's a team that's averaging about 52 points a game, but they're giving up a little over 52 points a game, even though they're a 2-1 record.
Yeah, we were looking at that earlier tonight. You know, they got a 2-1 record, and they've been outscored by 1 point. So, you know, they've played, obviously they've played in, you know, a lot of close games outside of the Heritage Hills game. You know, anytime you play a Memorial team, you know, in the past you've always played a team that's going to play hard. They're well disciplined, you know, so that makes it a little more important that, you know, we take care of the basketball and we do the things that we need to do. And I'm sure that, you know, the coaching staff's had the guys working on those things throughout the course of this week. You know, they come off of a rough week last weekend a little bit. So I'm not sure what we got going on here, but
Yeah, this is interesting.
Memorial's going to shoot a technical foul to start the game for some reason, and I'm not sure what it is.
Wow, okay. I gotta say, this is the first for me.
Well, the official was over there talking to Coach Gable before they got ready to throw the ball up for the jump.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going on, and then be interesting to find this out because I don't think we're going to be able to guess over here unless they announce it on the PA what that was about. But
exactly. So, well, Justin Way starts things off with a 2-0 lead, and
Memorial should get the ball, I would guess.
That's the thing. They won't even have a jump ball. So
no.
All right. So an interesting start to this basketball game. Memorial already leading 2-0, and we haven't had a single second go off the clock yet, and then we'll start off with the basketball.
Yep. So I don't know. We'll have to do some research on that and try to figure out what that was all about. But
I was talking about Memorial size. However, they do have one big man. That's Lucas Huffman. He's a senior, 6'7". Not a big scorer, but I'm sure a force defensively. We'll see how it goes here. He's setting some screens out there, and there's a drive to the basket, and not able to knock down the shot is Agler, but coming down with the rebound is the big guy, and Huffman puts it up and in, and before we really blink an eye, we haven't even played 20 seconds yet, and Jasper's down 4-0 already.
Well, we had the rebound there. I believe it was Goodhue, but he was there, got his hands on it, but he didn't secure the ball and let it go. And the big fellow was right there in the right spot at the right time to pick it up and score. Have a chance for an and one.
So first foul on Goodhue. And they have 2 team fouls on the board right now against Jasper. So 5-0 lead for Memorial, and the Wildcats will have the ball after it goes out of bounds there. The Wildcats starting out there, Goodhue, Heim, Day. Inbounding is Allbrand. I'm sorry, no, Allbrand's out here, and that's Ernie Inbound into Allbrand there. So Allbrand getting a start. Berger's still out, obviously, with his wrist injury.
Memorial's in a man-to-man defense.
Finds Ernie. He's been showing some confidence in that shot, and he knocks one down there.
Yeah, it was a nice shot. You know, I believe it was Jack got the ball inside a little bit, found the open man outside and hit him, and Ernie did a good job of finishing it.
Yeah, Ernie had 11 points in that loss to Lagodi. So 5-3 is our score. Just a minute into it. Memorial with the lead.
I would venture to say, from looking at Memorial's scores, they're going to be patient with the basketball, not try to force anything or rush it. You know, if they're only scoring in the 50s, they're, you know, pretty deliberate with some things.
Drive down there. Now it's a kick out. Ernie gets another look from three. A little bit short on that one. Good rebound by Himes. Going to put it back up. Doesn't go. Goodhue comes down with another offensive rebound. So opportunities are there for the Cats. And Himes knocks down the mid-range jumper.
That's good hustle. You got to, keep scrapping, try to get to all the loose balls that you can. And Isaac did a good job there of battling and being able to maintain the ball.
So that ties the ball game at 5, 6:15 on the clock. First quarter action. Memorial against Jasper. Comes off the screen. That's a three-pointer that rims in and out. So Way's not able to hit that shot. Now Day, the leading scorer for this Wildcat team so far in the first two games, gets his first two of the night.
Did a very nice job of getting the ball to the lane and get a little hesitation move there and froze his defensive man and was able to get to the bucket and finish it.
So now the Wildcats have worked their way to a 2-point lead, 7-5. And
that's
going to be a
hold.
hold right there.
Yeah.
You saw it, obviously. I don't know if he held that bad in the football season, but he obvious one there for the official.
Yeah,
the first foul
that
was
one
going to be on Day.
That one was pretty obvious.
All right, so 5:39 on the clock here. 7-5. Jasper leads Memorial. Again, the game started out with a technical foul, so Memorial had possession and hit a couple free throws. Now I think that's going to be the second foul on Goodhue, I believe.
Yeah, and
again, short-handed height-wise, obviously, tonight.
Yeah, we're still without Heichelbeck and Foley and Engler tonight. And Jace is our big man, center, I guess you want to say.
Quote, right?
Yeah. He's going to have to sit now for a while with two fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game.
The thing is, Heim then has to go down and pick up the big guy, Huffman.
Yeah. Isaac's going to battle with him, but he's just given up quite a few inches on him.
Right. All right, good job defensively there by Albrand to knock it away, but Day doesn't pay attention, and it gets knocked away there by Connor Agler, number 22. But Cats will hang on to the basketball. They still have possession here with the 7-5 lead right now with 5:11 to go here in the first quarter. Cats running their inbound play. Day comes up with it. Heim flashes but loses the handle. Now feeds to the corner. Back up top, Day with it. One-on-one drive there and gets the ball knocked away. No foul. Ways feeds over to Agler there. Now set top, Jace Graham, number 1.
That's the son of Pat Graham that played for IU a few years ago. Kind of shows my age if we remember watching Pat Graham play. There's a big fellow with a nice move inside.
Talking, he only averaged 3 points a game so far. He's got 5 now. So Huffman leads Memorial, but good job here by Beekler to find the opening and get in a bucket.
We did a good job. Jasper likes to do that if they like to get to push the ball down the floor even on a made bucket, and that's exactly what they did there. And Beekler got down there, and somebody forgot to pick him up, left him wide open.
Drive to the basket does not go there for Agler. Now quickly the other way come the Wildcats. 2-point lead for Jasper, 9-7. Day gets an open look, and he is knocking it down. I tell you what, he's done a great job from three-point range so far in this season. 6 of 11 now, make it 7 of 12. It's at 55% coming into the game, leading the Wildcats in scoring. Now it's a 12-7 game, Cats lead. So Graham with the basketball, feeds across. Agler in the corner. Ways drives and off the side of the backboard. Now Day quickly takes it straight to the hole. He has been really strong on that attack to the basket there, Jason.
Yeah, he has. He's doing a very good job of being aggressive with the basketball and getting to the rim and being able to finish when he gets there.
So the Wildcats now have doubled up Memorial. They're leading 14-7. We got a timeout with 3:10 to go here in the first. We're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. All right, so the Jasper Wildcats leading the Memorial Tigers right now, 14-7. And Memorial with a new coach this year. That is Heath Howington. He has actually spent 8 years at North Posey with a 83 and 113 record there. Now 2-1 with the Memorial Tigers, and the ball goes out of bounds. The Wildcats will have it with 2:56 to go and still lead 14-7.
So far, Memorial hasn't shot the ball very well. I don't know if that's a combination of our defense or if they're just not a real good outside shooting team. I'm not sure yet.
Day with a nice drive against Graham. He gets into the lane but can't get the shot to go. Now it's a battle, and they're going to call this. No, okay, I was going to say they're going to
call it on the white. He originally said
pointed the other way.
Yeah.
All right, so both teams with substitution. Wallace is going to come in for the Wildcats.
Wallace is coming in for Heim. Number 3, Caleb Stewart's coming in for Memorial, and not sure who the other one was.
15. Garland Hall. All right, it's a good inbound play. That's what you want, but Day not able to knock it down, but Mundy comes down with the rebound. Ernie drives one-on-one and actually goes off his leg, so that's going to be Memorial's basketball.
That's our first turnover, so I mean, I think, we're doing a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball so far tonight.
Ballran checks in, Ernie out. So again, just check off another guy off the Wildcat lineup tonight. William Schmidt is not here tonight. So
yeah, we're dwindling here.
Actually, Wildcats have dressed Grant Young. He's got number 3. He's not on the varsity roster, but
yeah, he's a sophomore. He plays mostly JVs, but I know he dressed, I think, the Lagodi game too once Berger got hurt. Give us another option if we get to that point.
Outstanding defense by Day there. It was actually kind of a post-up situation, one-on-one. Day won that battle. Jasper with the basketball. 1:46 to go. Still lead by 7. Mundy had a look, but gives it up.
I believe he got by with a travel.
Wallace attacks. Good bump there and puts it up and in. Andrew Wallace, 2 points for him.
That's what Wally can do. I mean, he can get in there and bang with them. He's not going to have a lot of finesse, but he's going to get in there and be a bruiser for us.
Way off on that shot. So Jasper comes up with it. They again attacks the lane. Defender falls down, but he can't get the shot to go. And Agler, they're going to call him for a travel as he slips down onto the ground on that rebound. So another substitution. Ernie's going to come back in for the Cats. 1:12 on the clock. 16-7 is our score. Cats up by 9.
Ernie's going to give Day a little rest.
Beekler with it. Sets a screen there for Mundy. Gets picked up. Now up top. Ernie with a drive to the basket. He's been real aggressive trying to score, and he's got 5 points.
He's doing a good job of being aggressive and getting to the rim.
Good rebound there by Beekler. Now the Cats coming down, and that's Mundy. Little contact, no call, but Beekler with a rebound, put back up, not going. Wallace battles now. The Cats on the offensive glass doing the job. Keeping the possession alive, and we got a foul. Very impressive work as far as the Wildcats on the offensive glass so far in this game so far, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping some of the rebounding stats, and I mean, we've way out rebounded them. Part of it is we're shooting the ball well.
A little bit long on that three-pointer is Mundy. And that was the thing. The Wildcats totally got dominated on the glass in their last outing against Lagodi. Out-rebounded 29-12 in that game.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that was one of the points of emphasis this week in practice was, that we need to do a better job of rebounding the basketball. Memorial's just going to hold it and be settled for the last second shot, but they're going to get a 5-second call here in a second.
So Agler takes it all the way down. There's a three-pointer by Ways, and it doesn't go. Cats have a chance here with 1 second. If Ernie can get it up, just a little too strong off the glass as he tried to rush that up there. But An 18-point quarter for the Wildcats. They lead 18-7 over the Memorial Tigers here on 18 WJTS. So again, Memorial had the basketball to start the game on the technical foul to start things off. And again, we'll try to find out maybe at halftime what happened there. But Cats will have the side out here, leading 18-7. Craig Schneider, Jason Stamm, Jeremy Markos bringing the action here on 18 WJTS down here in Evansville, Indiana. First Southern Indiana Athletic Conference game, but of course the Wildcats play a number of these schools for a number of years, but first time in conference action since 1979. And there's a jumper right there for Himes. So Himes showing that mid-range there.
Isaac's a good shooter. He's got a good touch for his size and all. Looks like Jasper's going to drop in. No. Yeah, they are. They're in a 1-2-2 zone.
All right, so Agler's going to try to take advantage, and he makes him pay with a three-point shot from the corner. So Connor Agler with his first bucket of the ball game makes it a 20-10 game. Ooh, right off the face of Wallace. Albrand with a bounce pass down low, and Wallace not quick enough to handle it, so the Cats turn it over again there. 20-10. They still lead by 10, though.
So far, it's been a fairly clean game for both teams. I mean, I've got each team for 2 turnovers now, so I mean, both teams, you know, seem to be taking care of the ball. As I say that, here's a turnover.
Beautiful feed over there. Easy layup for Ernie. 7 points, but good job by Day. First with the steal and the assist today for the easy bucket. I'm sorry, Ernie. Day to Ernie.
Day to Ernie, yeah.
All right, so 22-10. There's a jumper on the way and drained by number 15,
Garland Hall.
So 22-13. Jasper's lead is 9. Wallace able to handle that pass. Good job. High and flashes there at the elbow. Cross-court pass. Day not able to hit that jumper. Memorial quickly down court, and another easy bucket for number 15. So getting some buckets here is Garland Hall. He's got 5 quick points and makes it a 22-15 game.
Memorial's kind of in a 1-2-2 trap, kind of, sort of type thing, zone defense. They're trapping a little bit out of it, not a lot, but.
All right, our foul situation, that's the first on Agler, but it's 4 fouls on the Wildcats, 3 on Memorial. So 5:41 to go here in the second quarter. Jasper with a 7-point lead, 22-15. Cats working the perimeter here. Back up top. Oh, and there's an good job by Beeker to hang on to it. And he throws it right off the defender, and so it was not over and back, obviously. And Day gets an open look. He's not been able to knock down that jumper in his last few. But the Cats again with another offensive rebound, hang on to possession. Beeker tries to make a move, now kicks back out, moves it around. Drives the lane this time. And nice touch, but does not drop there. Rebound comes to Stewart. And here comes Memorial.
Memorial kind of runs a spread offense. They don't really have an inside guy. They just got kind of 5 guys out on the perimeter. Look to pass and cut, look for the open man.
Cats do a good job there with the steal, but can't get the bucket over here. So been stuck on 22 for a little bit here. 22-15, still a 7-point lead for the Wildcats. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Getting kind of out of control there was Caleb Stewart.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You know, he got down the floor and he jumped, and he didn't know what to do once he jumped, and then he tried to make the pass, which he did, but then he'd come down on top of one of the Jasper players. Mundy's in for Allbrand.
All right, so the Cats out there with Ernie, Day, Beekler, Heim, and Mundy. And we're still staying in the man-to-man. Kick out there. Now a three-point shot. Ernie again looking for that shot, but long this time. Cats have not been able to knock down a three-point shot in their last 4 or 5. Still 22-15. Agler way short on that, and Heim just takes it away from Stewart.
Looked like we might have got a piece of his arm a little bit there, but got by with it.
Yeah, they're letting him play a little bit here. It's been a fast-paced game.
Yeah, not too many fouls.
Heim again with that look and a nice touch that rolls in. So Isaac Heim being a scorer for the Wildcats again tonight. 6 points. Feed there, and now Stewart with an easy drive to the bucket. So Caleb Stewart's got 2, and it's 24-17. The Wildcats throw it out of bounds.
That's not a pass that we really want to make there. I mean, Mundy got a little space out and got out in front, but if we're going to make that pass, we've got to get a little more air under it. It was too much of a line drive pass.
All right, so Memorial actually gets Lucas Huffman back in the game, so that adds a little bit of size. And Stewart's actually at 6'3". So Graham with it. Allbrand's on him. He's got back into the ball game. 24-17 with 2:55 on the clock. Huffman takes advantage of the baseline, but short on a shot, and a good job there by Ernie to come up with the board. Actually helped Heim there as he got around him on the baseline. Mundy. Allbrand with a look from the corner, and he knocks it down. So Allbrand gets his first bucket of the ball game, a three-pointer. He's been hitting them this year. 27-17, Jasper up by 10, and Huffman tries to muscle it up there, but it's going to be a foul, I believe, on Heim.
A couple guys they could pick that one from, but I think
they actually went with Mundy.
Mundy, yeah.
So first on him, 5th on the Wildcats, 4 on Memorial right now.
We've done a good job. You know, Memorial come out and made a little run at us here. We've helped to maintain that and build back up to the 10-point lead again.
So Huffman misses that free throw. Ernie will sit down as Day comes back in. Ways comes in for Memorial. So 10-point lead still for the Wildcats. Second free throw coming here for Huffman. 27-17, 2:27 on the clock, first half. And Huffman long on that one.
Missed both of them.
Memorial now 3 of 5 from the foul line. Cross court, Mundy. Heim won't hesitate. And the Cats have been launching that three-pointer.
Isaac knew when he shot it that it was off and went to get the rebound and kind of run over 2 guys in the process.
All right, so now Wallace is going to check in for Heim. That's his second foul.
Second foul, yeah.
So
we got to be careful here. We got Goodhue over there with 2, and now Heim with 2.
Right. So Wallace is going to have his work cut out for him.
I'd say Wallace will finish out the quarter.
Right. All right, so Graham against Allbrand there up top. Agler gets the ball now. Defense backed off, and he makes him pay. Agler has hit 2 3-pointers in a quarter, and now cuts that lead to 27-20, but Jasper still leads, and Mooney tries to get it back, but the three-point shot just not falling for the Wildcats right now, and the one Allbrand hit a little bit ago.
It's good hustle to get back on defense a little bit, not let them get a quick score.
The Cats came into the ball game shooting 47% from three-point range, 16 of 34 before tonight. And that three-pointer was missed by Ways, but look at Huffman taking advantage of his size, but can't handle it. Now Stewart feeds into Graham, and Memorial hangs on to possession with 1.5 to go here in the second quarter. Stewart sets the screen. Ways is going to take the shot, and he knocks it down. So Memorial hitting the threes. 5 points for Ways. Now it's a 4-point game. Cats were up just by 12 a little bit ago.
Memorial's running like a 1-2-2 zone. They're not really trapping out of it. They just got the top guy of it's up, playing up real high. They've got a long kid out there that's got long arms, and he causes a little trouble trying to pass around him a little bit.
So it's got the Memorial fans fired up, and now the other way as Agler got the steal there, and it's going to be a foul on Carter Mundi. So he's going to shoot 2 free throws. So the Memorial jumped out early in this basketball game with the technical foul and a quick bucket. But then the Wildcats pretty well took control, and like I said, and led by 12 not too long ago, and right now it's a 4-point game, and they're going to look to make it 2. Agler knocks that one down.
Well, I text Coach Gobert to see if he had heard what happened at the start of the game, and he said that according to one of the managers that Jasper was accused of touching the rim.
Wow. If that's the case, that's
really
nitpicking.
Yeah, it is, because you can sit and watch any game and somebody does it. So.
All right, but anyway, it's a 2-point game, and there's a big block there by Huffman. So the Wildcats in a drought right now.
According to his stats, he averages about 1 of those a game. And I can believe that at 6'7", long arms.
27-25 with 30 seconds to go. Day with the basketball. Graham picking him up. We are sitting on the Memorial side here, and it is, again, only, I think, family and allowed at the ball game, but they are being very loud right now, trying to cheer their team back on.
Whoa.
Graham almost had a steal there. Now Albrand sets. 3-pointer on the way, bounds around. And it goes out of bounds. It's still going to be Jasper basketball. 2.3 on the clock. A 2-point lead for the Wildcats. 27-25 as they'll inbound underneath their basket.
Need to find a quick shot here. There it is.
Day, and it gets blocked by Graham. Goes out of bounds, and just 0.1 on the clock now. So
all that can be is a tip.
Yeah.
So they got to just throw it up, and let somebody try to tip it.
Let's see if they try to set the screen here. So all they can kind of do is lob it there, and that's Ernie puts it up, and it does not go. So I don't know if that would have counted because he kind of grabbed it instead of just a quick tip. But, man, Jasper jumped out there. 12-point lead here in this second quarter, but now it's just down to 2 points, Jason.
Well, I thought, Craig, like I said, in the first quarter there, we shot the ball extremely well. That got us out to the big lead that we got. And we come out here the second quarter, didn't shoot the ball quite as well. That we were still shooting a couple threes, missed those, missed a couple inside shots, and Memorial just kind of kept plugging away, and they're going to. Like we said at the start of the game, they're a hard-nosed bunch. They're going to go out there and they're going to play hard for the whole game. And I thought we did a good job of withstanding their onslaught there for a little bit. They got it down to, I think, 4 or 5 points, and then we got it built back up to 10. And then the next thing you know, we're back down here to a 2 or 3, 4 point game, and we just have to, I've got us for 4 turnovers. I've got them for 5. So from that standpoint, it's a fairly clean played game. I believe the referees are, kind of letting them play. There wasn't a lot of fouls in the first half, not a lot of free throws shot. We did a very good job of rebounding in the first half. First quarter, I had us for 13 rebounds. A little bit different story in the second quarter. Got us down to 5. But again, a lot of the, rebounding goes by what the other team's shooting.
Right.
Memorial shot the ball a little bit better in the second quarter. They hit some threes.
Yep.
So obviously that doesn't that doesn't leave a rebound out there for somebody to grab. So, you know, those things all play into it. But I think, you know, from the coach's standpoint, you know, here at halftime, you know, he's going to try to get them to get back to what they were doing in the first quarter, you know, moving the ball. You know, there's a couple times I thought we shot the ball a little bit quicker than what we should have. You know, that's one thing. It's hard to teach kids that, you know, just because you're open on the first pass doesn't mean you have to shoot.
Right.
Let's work the ball around. Let's see if we can get a better shot. And if you got that same shot after 4, 5, or 6 passes, then it's not a bad shot.
Right.
So I think, you know, from that standpoint, you know, coach is probably going to, you know, say, hey, let's not be jacking it up on that first pass or the second pass. Let's look for a little better shot, maybe an inside shot. If it ain't there, and after a few passes it is, then let's shoot it.
Right.
So I think, you know, from that standpoint, you know, Coach Gobert or Coach Gable and them will work on that and at the break and see what we can do and come out the second half and play like we did the first quarter.
Right, yeah, and Memorial did use that three-point shot to get back into the ball game, hitting 4 3-pointers in the second quarter. Cats hit just one, but took a number of them, and they did not fall. So we'll take a break, 27-25 here at halftime. Jasper still leads the Memorial Tigers here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're in halftime here at Evansville Memorial. The Jasper Wildcats leading the Memorial Tigers, 27-25. We'll take a look at the scoring. And first for Memorial, they're led by Connor Agler. He scored 8 points all kind of later in that second quarter during that run where they were able to cut into the Wildcats' 12-point lead. 2 3-pointers and a couple free throws for 8 points for him. 5 points for Justin Ways. 5 points for Lucas Huffman, the big man underneath. And 5 points off the bench for Garland Hall. And 2 points for Caleb Stewart on a drive to the basket. Jasper's 27, 2 players lead, and that's Isaac Day with 7, Tanner Ernie with 7, Jack Albram with 3, Isaac Himes 6, and off the bench, Michael Beekler with a bucket in the first quarter, and also Andrew Wallace. So, but you know, the scoring is going to need to be there, Jason, I think here in the second half. And you know, one player I'm kind of, you know, impressed with as far as his aggressiveness, and he's hit some shots, is Tanner Ernie.
Tanner's playing well. I mean, you know, he played well against Lagodi. He's played well tonight in the first half of this game. You know, he's aggressive. He's taking the ball to the basket. And when you do that, that forces the defense to give you a little bit of a step so that they don't get beat. And he's been able to knock down the threes when that happens. So he just needs to. And like we were talking at halftime, you just got to. Basketball's about playing with confidence, and that's what he needs to do, and that's what he's doing right now.
All right. Memorial in their first possession. Trailing by 2, 27-25. Agler goes to the lane, and he puts it up and in. So Agler stays hot. 10 points for him.
We got to do a little bit better job of defense there. We didn't have any on the backside.
So Memorial has put himself right back in this basketball game, tying it up 27-27.
Jasper's back with their starters. Good use back in.
Albram with a look, and a little bit long on there. Huffman pulls down the rebound. Right side, Helmer gives it up. Ways puts it in, so he's got 2 3-pointers on the night. 8 points for him, and now Memorial leads the Jasper Wildcats. So the run continues for this Memorial team, and they now lead 30-27 with 6:59 to go here in the third. You're watching the Cats here on 18 WJTS. So Memorial's run continues. I figured it is about an 18-3 run I think we're looking at right now. The Wildcats' last bucket was a 3-pointer by Jack Albram. And a quick steal. The Cats trying to get it inbound, so the troubles continue for this Wildcat basketball team.
Well, they tried. Memorial was kind of sleeping. Their guys lined up on the wrong end of the floor, and we had the right idea, but the pass was just a little bit lazy and didn't get to the guy that was wide open.
And Memorial scores again, so now it's 32-27. So Memorial's
back in that. They're in more of a regular 2-3 zone now. That's the open shot right there in that zone. Oh, we got lucky there.
Well, Dave recovers, and he's able to get and stops this run. So Memorial still leads by 3, 32-29. Dave picks up his 9th point of the ball game and first bucket of the second half for the Wildcat basketball team. 5:55 on the clock.
Against that zone that they're running, the shot that Allbrand.
Well, that's twice Agler's been able to get to that.
Yeah,
spot,
we're not doing a very good job of helping on the help side.
So Graham playing a nice ball game with the steal there. And again, Agler, 22 points in his last outing against Heritage Hills. And not scored in double figures in the first 2 ball games, but tonight, 12 points for number 22. 3-pointer in the corner. Rims in and out for number 14, Andrew Helmrich.
That did everything but go in.
Memorial with a 5-point lead. And another steal. So the Cats just getting really lazy with the basketball. And trying to go for the dunk was Ways, but boy, you should have just laid that off the glass. But now there's a scrum on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. So the ball will go to the Wildcats. So Mundy looking to check in, so he should be able to come in. There we go. And that's going to
coming
sit
in for Heim.
Heim.
We're losing a lot of size here. We've basically got 4 guards and a forward out there now.
All right, so again, officials letting them play right now. No fouls have been called here. First 3 minutes of the third quarter. 5:02 on the clock, 34-29, Memorial leads. Mundy gets to the spot over there. Now they cross court. Allbrand thinks, doesn't. Day drives to the lane, makes a move and puts it up and in. So Day's starting to find his game back. Did not score in the second quarter. 4 points here in the third. 3-point ball game. Jasper still trails. (34-31), 4:25 on the clock as Memorial gets into their offense. Ways, stops, pops.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, even for Larry Bird.
Yeah. When your body and your momentum's going one way, to stop all that and then shoot a fall away, that takes a lot of body control and strength.
Stewart's going to check into the ball game. Helmrich's going to sit down. So first foul was called on Ways. It's his first of the game, first of the second half.
So they switch that defense to a 1-2-2 with the one up high, a lot higher when they put number 3 in the game with his long arms and reach. Makes it tough to throw over him.
Cross court, Allbrand with it. He backs up. Now they cross court over to Day. He's got an opening. And he misses the shot, but good job by Ernie to come up with the board and puts it up. It does not go, and we got
goaltending.
Oh, goaltending, okay. All right, so count the basket for Ernie. So Ernie now with 9 points.
Michael Beekler checked in for Goodhue there.
So that bucket makes it a 1-point ball game, 34-33. 3.5 to go here in the third. Graham brings it across. Agler did not see the big man flashing across there. Good defense, though, by Allbrand.
Missed him on the backside. He traveled.
Yeah. So the Cats forcing some turnovers there. Good aggressive defense by
We've got to be careful on that trap, though, because the backside guy's wide open.
Day slowly brings it across. Stewart waiting for him. Allbrand finds Ernie. He's got the look. Left-handed shot up and in there by Allbrand. He's hit his second three-pointer of the ball game. And the Wildcats get the lead back, 36-34. So we got an exciting game here in this third quarter. 2-point game with 2:58 to go here on 18 WJTS. All right, so Memorial will have the ball out after the timeout. John Gable's team has worked their way back to the lead, falling behind early in the quarter. Agler will drive again, stay. Little jump stop there. 21's in the game. That's Blake Anderson now for Memorial. Graham feeds over in the corner to Anderson. Ball gets knocked away, but Graham's able to recover, and they call the foul on Beekler as he drives to the lane. First foul on the Wildcats. One foul on Memorial so far. 36-34 is our score right now. Jasper with the 2-point lead as Goodhue comes back in. Set a double screen, but then they feed in, and that's going to be a quick foul there. So getting a little ticky-tacky right now.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for Mundy. You know, I don't know what the guy's guarding 6'3", and I don't know what they got Mundy listed at, but he's given up quite a few inches there. You got him at 6 foot, so.
Ways with it. Cat's doing a good job. Day cut that off there for Agler, who tried to get to the lane. Allbrand staying on top of Graham. 2:07 on the clock. Ways finds an opening. Easy bucket there against Beekler. Ties up this game at 36. Cats quick down the other way and lose the handle. Day couldn't get the shot up. Agler with it. Ways is going to launch.
Way out there.
Ways misses that. Day, though, sees the opening but misses the layup. Looked like he thought about going to Beekler there, but at the last second went up for the drive. Three-pointer on the way. That's Anderson, doesn't go, and there's a bump on the rebound, no call. Down to 1:23 on the clock. 36-36, we're tied up. Day feeds it into Goodhue. All right, so Goodhue's going to draw the foul and go to the free throw line, but that's just one of those, I think, you know, the easy shot was the one when he first caught the basketball, I thought.
Yeah, he probably should have took the 4 or 5 footer instead of dribbling, trying to get it a little bit closer.
Right.
Now, if he hits the 2 free throws, I guess I'll think differently,
That's
but
right.
for right now, I would have settled for that jump shot.
It's a Goodhue, pops the first one. Now 2 of 3 from the line on the season.
Ernie and Heim are back in. Graham and Ways went out. I'm not sure which ones came in, but
Memorial brought in number 33, Adam Evans. Good job by Goodhue to pop those 2 free throws. So 38-36, 2-point lead for the Cats with a minute 10 to go. Third quarter. Evans feeds off. Carlin Hall back in the ball game. Agler drives to the lane. Beekler's going to pick up another foul. So now the fouls are starting to accumulate a little bit. It's going to be.
it's got to be 2 or 3 on Michael.
No, actually they called that on Ernie.
Oh, wow. Well, that's better.
So 3 fouls on the Wildcats, 2 on Memorial. Anderson looked to get open in the corner. Now it's quickly, he's going to have to give it up, and Goodhue did not see it behind him. He had a chance there, but Goodhue tried to go for the steal there, and now he's going to pick up a foul as he was on the back of number 21, Blake Anderson.
Now, the official that was 15, 20 feet from it didn't make the call, and the guy that's 25 feet from it made that call.
Yeah.
Was it a foul? Probably was, but I don't know why this guy right here in front of us couldn't see that and make the call. I just got to get a jab in on the officials every night.
Oh, keep it up, man. Keep it up.
They're out there. They're trying their best, too, so for the most part.
All right.
5 seconds.
Feeds inside. Anderson with it. Puts a shot up. Doesn't go. Now you got Stewart putting it up and in. So 4 points for him.
Whoa, we got lucky there.
Ties it back up at 38.
Oh, he traveled.
Time did travel, but they're gonna call the foul.
We got lucky there. He traveled before the foul. He took 2 steps and never dribbled.
I know. All right, so the foul's going to go on Garland Hall, number 15. 2 free throws for Heim here. Waze is looking to check back in. Heim misses the free. That's one thing with the Wildcats coming in tonight, only shooting 56% from the foul line in the first 2 games.
Yeah, that's definitely something that, you got to do a better job of.
He pops the second one, 3 of 4 on the night. Those are just the 3rd and 4th free throws shot by the Cats, all coming here in the 3rd quarter. So 16 seconds, 1-point lead for the Wildcats. Waze, one-on-one. Good job by Ernie to stay with him. Now Anderson have to give it up with 4 seconds. Waze has it back, and they call a foul on Ernie. Felt like he wasn't giving him enough space there with 2.2.
That's not an awful foul. Now they got to take the ball out of bounds over here on the side with 2 seconds left. I'm not sure it was a foul, but
quick give up. They're going to have to launch it, and it's going to go way short as Hall. So a battle here in the 3rd quarter. Jasper was up by 2. They finished the quarter up by 1, 39-38, as we go into the 4th here on 18 WJTS. So Memorial will inbound here. Memorial putting a battle to the Wildcats tonight. They're actually out without their leading scorer tonight, Nico Borfeld, averages 13.3. Short on the shot there, but a big man Huffman pulls down the rebound. Now he's going to be called the second time over the back, and Heim is gimpy. Hopefully he's okay. He looks like he's walking it off a little bit. So they actually call the foul on Huffman, his first personal foul. 5 on the Wildcats, 4 on Memorial. 39-38, Jasper with a 1-point lead. First possession here of the 4th quarter. Trying to bait Day into the trap there. Now he splits the 2 defenders. Gets it to a wide open Mundi, and Mundi knocks down the 3. Carter Mundi, first bucket, and it's a big one to make it a 4-point game. Waze drives, and there's going to be a foul here. I don't know if that's, I think Mike Goodhue reached in there.
I'd say that's who's going to get that one.
Yep. All right, so substitutions. You got Allbrand coming in. Goodhue's going to have to sit with his 4th personal foul. 16 fouls on the Wildcats. Agler back in the ball game. Hayes is looking for Huffman down low.
I don't think they utilize him enough, in my opinion. I mean, that's a big body in there. Get him the ball.
I agree. Totally agree. Especially with the size difference, because the only guy big enough to really handle him is Heim. It's obviously who's guarding him, but look at that nifty move. Good job by Stewart to get a bucket up there from Memorial. And now it's a 2-point game, 42-40. Oh, and fed right into the lap, but he couldn't hang on. Allbrand got lucky there.
We got really lucky there.
Cats quickly moving the ball, and it gets kicked there by Agler, so they'll hang on to possession. 42-40, Jasper with a 2-point lead. Graham's going to come back in from Memorial here. So Allbrand, Ernie, Heim, Mundi, and Day on the floor for the Jasper Wildcats right now. Ernie's going to inbound. All right, so the Cats try to settle things. Set up another play there. Heim on the wing. Heim with a good flash, but it gets knocked away there by Agler. And it goes out of bounds. Jasper will hang on to possession.
That's a good spot there to use the ball fake over the top, pass fake over the top, making the bounce pass in there. He was wide open. We just didn't execute it and get him the ball.
6:07 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Jasper leads by two, 42-40. Now Heim gets it down low. Has to make a move against Huffman, can't make it. Ernie feeds to the corner. Day will attack. Nice shot fake and then feeds it to Heim for an easy jumper. Nice play there of the Wildcats offensively.
That's a nice job being aggressive and attacking the basket. You know, we get the ball in the paint, make a couple nice good passes, and get a wide open 12-footer.
So 9 points for Heim after that bucket. Makes it a 4-point game, 44-40 with 5:17. Agler is going to be short on that shot. Day drives all the way. Good job by Mooney with a nice move. Puts it up and in. Shot fake working there. Mooney's got 5 here in the quarter. 46-40. Jasper's extended to a 6-point lead. And Memorial needs a timeout to settle things down. Jasper 46, Memorial 40 with 4:56 to go here in the fourth on 18 WJTS. 46-40, Jasper with a 6-point lead. Memorial will have the basketball out after the timeout. 6 fouls in the Wildcats, 4 on Memorial. And the possession is pointing to the Wildcats. A nice battle all night, Day against Agler, but Agler, good job by Heim to help out, and then he gets back to his man Huffman, who's got it. Huffman with a nice drive, but a little short on the shot, but quick there to put it back up and in is Stewart. Stewart has really been a resourceful player for this team off the bench. 8 points. 46-42, 4.5 here in the fourth quarter.
We're going to have to handle the basketball, that's for sure, because they're going to keep running these trap defenses and those type of things at us. We can't hesitate. You know, I mean, if we've got a shot, we got to shoot it.
Right.
You know, you're not going to hold it for the next 4 minutes. Now, yeah, you want to move it around and try to get a good shot like that.
Misses though, but gets his rebound. Good job by Ernie. 11 points for the junior.
I guess that's the way to pad your rebounding stats.
Right.
Throw it over the rim and get your rebound and then score.
All right, now Huffman gets it. Left-handed shot.
But he just has no touch in there whatsoever. I mean, that's 2 3-foot shots that he's airballed.
Right. So Cats with a 6-point lead in the basketball with 3:33 on the clock.
Now you can move the ball. Just swing it from side to side. Force them to come out of this zone.
Day drives. Jumper on the way. I'll tell you what, Mooney finds those spots. He's a good shooter, and all of his points come in this crucial fourth quarter to extend this lead now to 8 points.
Good shooters love playing against the zone because they don't have anybody guarding them.
Feed down low. Boy, I'll tell you what, though, he's keeping them at least in the ball game. It's a 6-point game, but Stewart now with 6 points in the quarter, 10 in the ball game.
Now they're switching to man, so Coach Gable's going to call a timeout here and talk about it.
All right, so the lead's still 6 for the Wildcats with 2:48 to go here on 18 WJTS. Direct his team what he wants to do on this next possession. They got a 6-point lead, 2:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. Cats looking for their first win of the season, and it'd be a big one, a conference win on the road against the Memorial Tigers. We're on the man-to-man here.
Yeah, it's just going to come down to taking care of the basketball now.
2:29. Day drives, gets cut off, kicks back out.
Isaac had a shot, but he thought better of it, which was a very good decision. But we got to. That's what we can't. That's how you're going to let Memorial back in the game, is with turnovers.
Right. So no.
And that's part of the reason too why I don't know that you want to go completely away from looking to score. Just keep running your offense. Keep doing the things that you know how to do.
Right.
If it's a good shot and you're wide open, shoot it.
So Waze is going one-on-one against Ernie, and Waze is going to get the best of that one because Ernie's going to be called for the foul. So he was going up for the shot, and it's actually 7 team fouls now on the Wildcats. So we got bonus time, but this will be 2. Goodhue looking to come back in. 3 fouls on Ernie. So Waze has not been to the line since those opening 2 free throws on the technical foul to start this basketball game. He hits that one, he's 3 for 3. 11 points for him. .50-45. Jasper still leads by 5 with 1:55 to go as he goes for a second foul shot here. Justin Waze, number 4. And drills that one. So Memorial makes it a 4-point ball game inside of 2.
It's going to come down to shooting free throws because they can't wait too long here. They got to go for a steal and hope to get that. And if they don't, they've got to commit a foul.
All right, so the Cats continue to work it with 1:32 on the clock. Bump it going on there, no call, but almost loses the handle. Now gets it into Goodhue, and that's going to be a bump there by Graham, or a little bit of a push, actually.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to get him for, but we got lucky there. Kind of got a little bit of scrambling going on, and we were able to control it, so.
All right, so the Cats going to inbound with 1:24 to go, a 4-point lead. Feet up high, Day retrieves it. Mundi, though, doesn't go up for the shot. Drives down baseline. Now Day, Ernie, minute 12. Mundi, good defense by Stewart to disrupt that, and he knocks it out of bounds, but Jasper will hang on with 1:05 to go. 4-point lead yet.
Mundy's gonna earn his keep here. He's gonna have to learn it, or he's gonna have to take care of the basketball.
Right.
He's never played against anything like this.
Exactly.
With your first year of varsity experience.
So he hands off there, and actually that's going to be a foul on Agler, number 22. And the official's looking at him closely. I don't know if he said something or what, but so his second personal foul. No free throws yet, though. 6 fouls on Memorial. 109. I'm sorry, 104. You can see it underneath the
banners in the way.
All-Star banner in front of it. All right, so Ernie with it. Agler comes up to help on Day. Now Graham goes for the steal. Inside of a minute. And that's going to be Graham putting a little bit too close there. Almost took an elbow, though, from Day. So now we got free throws. So Isaac Day, 6 of 9 on the season, 67%. As I mentioned, Cats as a team, 56% so far this year. And Day drills it. Big free throw there to make it a 5-point game. Earns the bonus and makes him pay. 2 free throws for Day. 13 points on the night. Now we got a substitution. 21, Blake Anderson comes in. We're looking for some shooting. 6-point lead for the Wildcats. 52-46, 50.4 on the clock.
Just going to come down to taking care of the ball and hitting our free throws.
Good job
that
there
helps.
defensively, yes. Heim comes up with it. Ernie, he's going to be fouled right away there by Anderson. It looked like they were in a little bit of trouble there. I thought Memorial kind of bailed them out there with a quick foul.
Yeah, but being down 6, they don't have much choice here. They've got to get the clock stopped more than anything. So.
Yeah, he hits a free throw here. It makes it a 3-possession game.
Yeah. You just got to take care of the basketball, or hit our free throws and, take care of it. I mean, they're going to foul, so it's just a matter of hitting our free throws right now.
So Stewart's going to sit down. 14 comes in. Helmrich. He's had a good part of the second half. And the free throw does not go for Ernie. So Agler's got it. Inside of 30, it's 27 seconds now. Battle, good job by Good here with a rebound. And we're going to call a held ball, but it goes to Jasper. Jump ball is what they're calling. And it's Jasper basketball. So 23.1, 52-46. Jasper with a 6-point lead. Now you got substitutions. Stewart comes back in. Evans is in, number 33. So they're making their defensive switches.
Yeah, everybody goes offense for defense here.
You want Mooney in there. Probably a better free throw shooter than Beekler.
Yeah, and you put Beekler in for the rebounding and the defensive end.
All right, so Heim gets it over to Day. He's trapped in the corner, but he splits it, and that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Ways.
No, they called timeout, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think Coach Gable got the timeout because I think this official blew his whistle before that one did.
Got it.
So.
Okay. All right, so we got a timeout, 20.6, 6-point ball game. Cats lead here on 18 WJTS. All right, so Heim's going to inbound after the timeout. 20.6 on the clock. Jasper has a 6-point lead. They are in the bonus.
They're going to call a delay of game. The guy guarding the ball the guy guarding the ball out of bounds crossed over the plane.
Okay. Too bad because Day had a open route down the court. Try that same play, but no. This time Goodhue gives it up to Day. Now he's going to split it, and that's going to be a quick foul on Stewart.
I'm not real fond on the place where that ball was given to Day at, but at this point, it's just get it in because they're gonna foul. It's not like you have to beat the press or you have to beat any of that. So.
And Day's really quick in getting between those two defenders. He's done that a number of times tonight in those situations. So, all right. So substitutions again. Offense for Memorial, defense for the Wildcats.
Well, I would say barring a miracle that we're going to come out of here with a victory tonight.
Well, free throw would be big.
I'm making.
Misses though. All right, so it's a 6-point game. They got their shooters out there. Graham's going to drive. Cats guarding the perimeter well. Short on the shot is Helmrich. Now Beekler gets fouled right away. Graham will pick up this one. So 8.1 on the clock, though. So, yeah, that was
there was a little bit of shot there yet, but
not much.
Not much. Now it's even. If Michael can hit, he'll get 2. So he's got to hit 1 of 2.
They're not scoring 7 points in 8-point game.
No. No.
Reggie Miller's not here.
No. And they're, it's right on course with what we said far as scoring wise, 53-46. So it's, you look at some of those quarters where they scored a lot, but those are 2. So now you just stay out of the way and let them go.
All right, so Ways is going to come down. He's going to pop the 3. He's going to miss the 3. And Jasper is going to win the basketball game, 54-46. So hard-fought game. Kind of fell behind early in this basketball game, but then took control, led 18-7 after the first quarter. And it was cut down to a 2-point game at halftime. Jasper been led by 1 after 3, but good job in the fourth quarter to just kind of take control, Jason.
Yeah, they did. We as far as what I have, in official totals, I only had us for 1 turnover in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
wow. That, again, like I say, these are unofficial, but I get caught up watching the game sometimes and forget to mark something down. But regardless, I felt like we took care of the basketball there in the fourth quarter. We hit big shots when we needed to. We withstood. Memorial come out there in the second half to start the third quarter, playing with their tail on fire. They were getting some things done. They were hitting some shots, putting a little pressure on us. We did a very good job of withstanding that and being able to come back and regain the lead. They had the lead there for a minute or two, I think, of 2 points. I don't know if they ever got to a 4-point lead or not, but they had the lead there a little bit for us, and we kept battling, and we regained that fairly quick. So I think that was a positive to it, that we were able to do that. We didn't fold, and it's on the road. It's a little bit tougher to do that. Obviously, it's a little bit different this year because you don't have crowds behind you and things like that. But it's still on the road for relatively young team as far as Jasper goes, as far as not necessarily young on classes, class-wise, but young on experience.
Right.
There's not a lot of varsity experience out there. So I think, to be able to withstand that and do that on the road, that's a plus.
Right.
Conference game, that's a plus. To be able to come to anytime you can come to Memorial and beat them in anything, it's a plus.
Absolutely.
And that's a credit to them. That's not a slam on them. That's a credit because they've got, they've got good programs in about every aspect of things that they do.
Right.
So I think you'll. In your interview here with the coach in a little bit, you'll get a pretty good feel for how they felt. But I think they're going to be fairly pleased with it, and it's a short turnaround. We haven't really talked much about tomorrow night.
Right.
Obviously we won't be there on the air, but Jasper was originally scheduled to play Evansville Rights. That's been postponed.
Yeah.
As of what I've heard, the last I've heard is that we're going to play Evansville Heritage Hills.
Yeah.
So we're definitely not going to have we're going to have our work cut out for us in that game. Because Heritage Hills has got a good team. So looks like it's time for me to hit the road. Here comes Coach Gable.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick break before we talk to Coach Gable. 54-46, Jasper wins tonight over the Memorial Tigers here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here at Memorial, and the Jasper Wildcats get their first win. So congratulations, first coach, on your first win of the season.
Thanks. We needed it, Craig. We dropped 2 tough ones last week. In 2 games that in the closing seconds we had chances to win both of them. Lost it overtime to Linton and down the stretch to Lagodi. But, when you lose, whether it's a good game or a close game, whether you got better or not, it's still painful to lose.
Right.
And the only thing that cures that pain is winning the next game. And so this helps us erase some of those bad memories and hopefully gives us a little more confidence moving forward.
All right, what did you like about your team tonight?
Same thing I've liked all year. We're a little understaffed right now with what we thought we were going to have to start the year, but the guys that go on the floor, everybody contributes. From Andrew Wallace, who didn't play in the second half tonight, but he got considerable minutes in the first half, got some big rebounds and made a nice bucket for us. And, to Carter Mundy, a sophomore who's playing in his first varsity season, he hit a couple big shots for us tonight, really big shots in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
But, those are just 2 examples. You've got guys like Tanner Ernie and Isaac Day and Jack Albrand who, Jack's starting now for the first time. And they're just, they all hit big shots in big moments, and they all made defensive plays when we had to. And when push came to shove, we got the rebounds when we had to. And so I think that's what I like the most about it. I like their grit, and I like the fact that we're finding a way to compensate for some of the things that we're missing right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, Memorial's defense tonight was kind of disrupting some things, and talk about really what we were able to do to kind of handle that.
Well, a lot of times we didn't handle it well, and that was part of the problem. But but what Memorial does and what Heath Howington does for Memorial, he's doing a really good job. He changes defense pretty frequently. He mixes some things in the 3/4 court trapping and in the half court trapping. They run a 1-3-1 and a 1-2-2, and then they go back in the man, and then out of man they'll trap, which is similar to something we do that we call red. And it keeps you off balance. As soon as you get a rhythm down with your motion, all of a sudden they're in a trapping zone. Then you go back to 2 guard, and as soon as you get a couple things figured out, they're back in a man. And that's it's kind of like when a pitcher on the pitcher mound is mixing pitches, he's trying to keep the batter off balance, and that's what a mixing defense does. And they did a nice job of that tonight. And I think overall we handled it really well, and I think we shot well early, fortunately, and we didn't shoot real well the rest of the game. But I thought as the game went on, especially in the fourth quarter, we did a much better job of jump stop, chinning the ball, head fakes, shot fakes, bounce passes to the open guy, and getting good shots instead of, one quick reversal around the perimeter and a three, which was what we did for a stretch there in the second quarter.
Right. Well, one player, this is the first time I had a chance to talk with you, but I've been really impressed with what Isaac Day's doing this year. I mean, it seems like a lot of times when there's trouble on the floor, he just takes control of the basketball.
He doesn't get rattled, and I think that's his biggest strength. He's a talented athlete.
Right.
He's quick hands, quick feet. He's smart, but he's just the kind of guy. You talk about some players I've had over the years would make great neighbors. Some players you have that if you go to war, you want that guy in your foxhole with you, and he's one of those foxhole guys.
Right. Yeah.
he doesn't get too worked up about anything. When things go wrong, he doesn't panic or get worried or lose his cool. He just always he always plays hard, but with an even keel and a focus, and that's good.
And I think Tanner Ernie also. I mean, he's just showing a lot more confidence.
Tanner is a little heavier than he was last year. We put on some muscle, and he got himself into great shape, and he has spent the absolute mountain of time outside of practice working on his game over the last year. And he's a basketball, baseball guy, but I know he puts a ton of time into basketball, and it shows. And Tanner's not the most accurate shooter we have, but he's also the guy who's constantly working on his shot, and he hit a big three in the first half for us tonight. But he's one of our best defenders. He takes the ball to the rim so well, and he's communicating, and he thinks the game, and you can tell he's a coach's son. He's been raised around it, and he's invaluable to us right now.
What about Isaac Heim?
Isaac is another guy Isaac's a basketball only guy, and he has worked so hard out over the last year to get better and to put some muscle on and get in good shape. And he did cost us a technical tonight. I had to sit down the whole time.
Explain that.
I have never seen that in my life.
We were saying the same thing.
And then I've got an attitude for it. He in pregame warm-up, you're not allowed to dunk the ball.
Right.
And apparently during our pregame, Isaac did a finger, and now Isaac can't dunk. So I don't know how they called it, but he did a finger roll to the front of the rim. He must have grabbed the front of the rim on his finger roll.
Oh, did he really?
And they called a technical, so we had to start the game with the technical. Not only that, I had to sit on the bench the rest of the game. We called it because it was a bench foul, bench technical or something.
Wow.
So they enforced it. I've been in games where the other coach loses his mind, gets a technical foul, and they never make him sit down.
Right.
I had to sit down for a pregame thing, so I'm not here to official bash, but I've never seen that. I've been doing this for about 30 years now. I've never seen that happen.
So if you have to sit down as the rest of the coaching staff?
Yeah, we had to sit down, and that's why. I try not to be real animated anyway, but it's really hard to coach from your seat.
Right.
And there were some key moments in the game where communication was an issue, where I went ahead and stood up, but they kept reminding me I had to sit. It was just strange. It was really strange. So, I'm not to blame the officials for anything. Overall, they didn't call too bad of a game.
Right.
There's always going to be calls that you didn't think were good calls, but they handled the game pretty well. But it was just it seemed like a really minor incident that was blown into something significant, and they didn't get that. So, but anyway, going back to Isaac, he certainly didn't mean it. He certainly didn't do something that he thought he would be in trouble for, because he's just not that kind of kid. He's talking about a kid who's trying to get into the Air Force Academy. He's that kind of kid. So he's good. And he's done wonders for us this year. He's been a nice, steady leader for us, and hit some big shots for us again tonight, and just getting better all the time.
Well, that mid-range, the shot around the elbow and all that, I mean, he just knocks that down consistently.
He does, and we're counting on Isaac and his 6'2" frame to be our center right now.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
So he's out there guarding a 6'7" guy quite a bit of the game, especially with Jace Goodhue being in foul trouble tonight. So it was interesting.
Well, hey, it's great to get the win, but explain what's going on tomorrow.
Okay, we were supposed, initially we were playing Rights at home on January 5th.
Yep.
Because we thought, this is before COVID when we made that decision, and they also still had Christian Lander.
Okay.
So we're thinking gate, a lot of people in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
Then COVID comes around. Okay, that changes our perspective a little bit. And then whoever Rights was scheduled to play at the Ford Center had to bail out a few weeks ago. And they asked if we would move our game there. And under the circumstances, it just made sense.
Sure.
Something special for our guys. And because that home game's not going to have anything but parents there anyway.
Exactly.
So. And then today we find out that Bossy, who was supposed to play Heritage Hills tomorrow at the Ford Center, and Rights, who was supposed to play us at the Ford Center, they both had to drop out because their whole teams were quarantined.
Right.
So they tried to find, to the last second, an opponent for us and an opponent for Heritage Hills, but they couldn't.
Right.
So they just moved Heritage Hills down to play us. So.
Okay. So
and we may
will
play Heritage Hills
twice.
We may.
Okay.
Just depends on if we can find someone else to replace them.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they would rather not play us twice either.
Sure. Yeah.
But we're under the mentality right now, if we have a chance to play a game, no matter who it is, we're going to play. Because you just don't know what's going to happen next week.
Oh, you're right.
And so we have a chance to play Heritage Hills tomorrow, and even if that means we have to play them twice this year, so be it. At least we're playing.
Sure. I mean, that's the bottom line. Again, crazy situation, and pretty well in all sports, everybody's had to make some adjustments somewhere along the way. So.
Well, and, our perspective on it is, if the worst thing that's happening to us because of COVID-19 is we have to play in front of small crowds and we have to adjust our schedule and we might lose a game here and there, then we're going to count ourselves lucky. It's really in the whole scheme of things.
Right.
Compared to what other people in this world have had to go through, it's not very major. We're just fortunate that we get to go to practice every day, and we're fortunate that our team is starting to trickle back in now from quarantine, and that we've got to get 3 varsity basketball games in this year. We're happy about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, welcome back to the SIAC. I mean, how's it feel to be back in this conference? I know that you coached here for a number of years with Mater Dei. Did you ever win the conference at Mater Dei?
Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, you didn't?
No, even that team that I had to win a state championship, I think that year we lost it to Central. They had the Preston Mattingly and the Dillman kid and the Tabor kid that went on and played at IU, and I think we lost by 3 to them in the regular season in a tight ball game.
Okay.
2 or 3. It was a barn burner. It was a heck of a game, and so we came in second that year.
Yeah.
Then a couple years later, we had a team that went back to Summa State, and I think we ended up second to Castle that year.
Okay.
I believe it was Castle, but so I never did win it. We came close a couple of times, but it's a tough conference to win. I mean, there's a lot of teams in it, first of all, and there are good teams and athletic teams. But to be honest with you, being back in it doesn't change much for Jasper because
we always play them.
Yeah, the only team we had to add to our schedule this year was Boise. So. To be honest with you, I didn't even have the mentality tonight that this was a conference game. It was more of I don't want to say it was a must win, but we'd been feeling pretty bad after those 2 tough losses last week. And, the best cure for tough losses is a good win. That's really where our focus was, to try to find a way to manufacture a win.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, as far as this team, they fell behind there. They had a nice big lead, fell behind, and then, it just shows the resiliency to be able to come back and win this basketball game. Yeah,
we have some fighters on the floor. There is no doubt about that. And, I think I said this last week on the radio, but tonight we were in a very tough end of game situation.
Right.
And with Caleb Berger on the bench hurt, we have nobody back from last year that was on our end of game situations. Yeah. Last year on the end of games, it was Carter Stamm, Jackson Cabrick, Quentin Harmon, Elliot Hof, and Caleb Berger. That's the 5 we had on the floor at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And so the end of game is an entirely different ball game, especially at the varsity level. And the only way to get good at that is to actually do it. Right. And so we've had a lot of guys. We've had 3 games now that have come down to the closing seconds. We've only been able to win 1 of them. But I think it's our experiences last week that helped us hold on to here tonight.
Sure. Well, hey, it's a great win, first win of the season, and you guys are going to have a tough one again tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward to it, though. Once again, happy to be playing. But Heritage Hills and the Sisley kid, they're the real deal. And, they just beat Memorial by 10 last week. So got our hands full, but, we get to go to the Ford Center, play basketball, and looking forward to it.
All right. Well, congratulations, bud.
Okay, thanks, Craig.
All right. John Gable, ladies and gentlemen. First win for the Jasper Wildcats, and they are now 1-2 on the season. So we'll take a quick look at the score here. First for the Memorial Tigers, 46 points. They were led by Justin Ways with 12. Connor Agler had 12. 10 points for Caleb Stewart off the bench, so he had a nice night. 5 points for Lucas Huffman, the big man underneath. The Cats did the job defensively against him. All 5 of those points coming in the first quarter. And 2 points for Jace Graham and 5 points for Garland Hall. For the Wildcats, again, Isaac Day leading the way. 13 points for him, hitting 2 big free throws down the stretch. And 11 points for Tanner Ernie. 9 points for Isaac Heim, popping some jumpers there, especially in that second quarter. And 6 points for Jack Albran on 2 3-pointers. 2 points for Jace Goodhue. And off the bench, Carter Mooney with 7. 4 points for Michael Beekler, including 2 fourth-quarter free throws. And Andrew Wallace had a bucket in the first quarter. So the Jasper Wildcats win 54-46 and get their first conference win in the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference. First year back since 1979. So for Jason Stamm and for Jeremy Markos on the video, the Wildcats knock off the Memorial Tigers tonight, 54-46. This is Wildcat basketball here on 18 WJTS. Good night.
This has been a presentation of 18 WJTS Sports.